Do you have an interview coming up? I hope so because I have something that'll help you speak your worth. We'll be right back after the intro. I'm Linnita Hosten, excited that you're back to join me. And with today's economy and job market, especially if you are a government employee, not only am I praying for you, but also I'm thinking strategically about how to support your next if you're looking to transition roles. So I thought it'd be helpful for the month of March to highlight women and to encourage them in their pursuit of their careers. So let's talk about interviewing. Today's episode, I want to dive in a little bit about how you can showcase your value without words, and that is with a portfolio. I cannot tell you how loudly it screams to your character and your competence when you have documented your journey. This is your sign to start developing your portfolio. I want you to pull copies of your annual review that's signed by your supervisor and yourself, especially if it's positive, if it speaks to how you were meeting organizational goals, how you work along with your teams. I want you to pull copies of emails in which you were given kudos for your performance. I want you to pull comments on projects if they were placed on social media, if you were highlighted in the media, if you were highlighted in your organizational directory, if you were spotlighted as Employee of the Month. I want you to pull all of the data that's going to speak to your competency. That's your ability to do something exceptionally well, and also speak to your character. It's what you're doing when someone is not in the room. And it is these things that we should be bringing to an interview. This is going to be your best advocacy. It's showing a lot about your ability to advocate for yourself. It's showing the how much you value progression and you've been a positive contributor to your environments. The other part of your portfolio that I want you to think about is sometimes you're involved in things that are not related to your job. I want you to pull those too. So if you serve on the Boys and Girls Club, if you are a parent in the parent group me and you lead the organizational events, if you volunteer at the school, if you are in a sorority and you are in a leadership role for your chapter. And I want you to think of all the ways you serve your community. Now, here's some ways you can package the portfolio. You can do it digitally. If you are tech savvy, you can create this on Canva, upload all of the documents, scan them, and give them a banner. You can do the banner at the top or vertically along the side. Those of you who are you're like design friendly, you get this. This is enough for you. If that is too advanced for you, just take copies of everything I've just shared, print them on premium paper at Staples. And you know how if you have children, they used to have to compile a report and put it inside a sleeve that was plastic, and the sleeve had a plastic bind that you would just push on. I would recommend that you get something like that. It's about $3 or $4 at CVS or Rite Aid, possibly even Target, Staples, or Office Depot. The next level up of that would be getting a something that has dividers in it. So it would be professional accomplishments, civic engagement. If you've gotten media attention or awards, you can have an awards section. And, depending on the role and what's asked of you, you might have a family section. Maybe you put together your family reunions and it's speaking to your level of organization for high volume projects, moving large groups of people, organizing, negotiating. You want to think about all of the skill sets that you've grown over the years and how they are showing up in every area of your life. Now, if you can bring that to an interview, just imagine what it would say about you. Just imagine how easy it would be to talk from your experiences. When someone says, okay, tell me a little bit about your journey, you could turn over your portfolio to them and say, turn the page 2. Here's a highlight of my past 10 years where I worked with. These are some areas of the work that I've been able to learn. Most people aren't doing that. And if you've been hanging out with me for a while, you know that my personal motto is excellence in everything. It's going, it's your highest quality of effort when you are attempting to do something. And I feel when we're walking into interviews, that's going to give you a different kind of confidence and advantage. And then check this out. When you leave the interview, if you have the budget, leave it with them, because then they can share it with their teams and other decision makers who are maybe part of the evaluation process but couldn't sit in on your interview. You could even do QR codes with videos. There's so many things that you can do. Get creative. In today's climate with our administration, if you live in the United States, you're going to have to find a way to get savvy and to be marketable and ready to do so. And one of the ways we can do that is by starting your portfolio. So I'm going to stop there. We're going to continue this theme for the entirety of March, talking to subject matter experts, and we're going to get their insights on interviewing and how you can show up masterfully and powerfully at your next interview. I'm Linnita Hosten, and people call me when they're ready to become confident communicators so that they can effectively lead their teams. And your competency in communicating also matters when it's time to interview. I hope to see you next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. See you then. Bye now.